Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about, is the Pixel 7 Pro good for photography? I mainly shoot with the A7 III with the mirrorless camera, full frame, and I love this camera. But we're gonna see if the Pixel 7 Pro is even close to what a mirrorless camera can do. And I'll tell you this, I am surprised with the pictures that this has taken. I've been able to take pictures where I don't even want to edit them because it looks so good. The only thing that this cannot duplicate yet, like a mirrorless camera, is the portrait mode. There's still a lot of little different places around the subject that is just it's not refined. You can still see that some of the areas it's blurred out way too much, and it's already part of the person's head or around their arms. So there's still a lot to work with, but I'm very impressed with what it can do. Now, if you really want a good shallow depth of field, you want to always put your camera very close to the subject so it can create that realistic depth of field. And obviously with the mirrorless cameras, you got your aperture, which is anywhere from 2.8 with a Sigma, and then you can go down to 1.8, and then up to some lenses go down to 1.2, which is crazy depth of field, and it just looks amazing. But I don't like too much of a blurry background. I like it in certain situations, but not all the time. So we're gonna take a look at some of the pictures that the 7 Pro was able to take, and I'll let you know what I like about it and what I don't like about it. One of the things that I can tell you right off the bat is sometimes I feel like the processing is just a little too harsh on some of the pictures, but the low light is very impressive. I took some pictures that are that the room was almost dark, and it was able to pick up a lot of detail. So let's go ahead and check out the pictures and see what you guys think. Okay, and starting off with this one, this was taken in night mode, and I was really impressed. I mean, the room was kind of lit. The lamp right there is not very aggressive with the lighting, and the shadows and everything was great, was on point. And yeah, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't really much light in there. It was almost a dark room, and the amount of detail that it was providing was just incredible. This picture as well was taken in the same room, but to the left, and it wasn't really lit. I should have taken a video how the lighting was in that room, but it was not lit at all, and it was almost dark. And the amount of detail, the amount of color, and the amount of clarity, I was just impressed. I mean, even if I try to get that with a mirrorless camera, I really have to put in the settings. I need to put it on a tripod, and set the aperture really low to get the most light into the lens, and getting this from a phone is just very impressive. This one was also taken in the same room, all the way to the left corner of the living room, and like I said, this just keeps impressing me every single time. I should have taken some night shots outside, but I didn't really have time, just very busy with everything going on. But just these few pictures were just very impressed. And now this one, I was really blown away, because I don't know if you guys have been to Nashville, but I was literally standing on the road. I wasn't on the bridge or anything like that. I was on the road looking up, and I was able to zoom in and get really good details from the AT&T building. As you can see there, you can see a lot of detail on the AT&T. I don't really see a lot of smudges around the AT&T lettering and the blue on the logo. So I was really impressed what the telephoto could do. I haven't tried the S22, but I'm going to compare it with the S22 on the next review. I think that would be my next phone, either that or the iPhone 14. And this one was right under the bridge, and the amount of clarity in the detail was just incredible. If you look at the bushes, they have a nice green. color to them. And if you look at the sky, you can see the dynamic range, you can see the clouds, you can see the buildings in the background, you can see the concessions to the right. There's just so much that you can get out of this pixel, and it's just incredible. The colors, the sky, the bridge, everything looks incredible. And this one was taken with a wide angle lens, and the wide angle lens just keeps getting better and better. They need to do better in video, but as far as picture quality, it looks awesome. The fact that you can get a whole freaking building in a picture just is incredible. And if you zoom in, you can start obviously losing a lot of quality, but if you're all the way zoomed out and you're just looking at the picture, it looks incredible. The angle that you give with the wide angle is just amazing. I was going to take a bit more, but I was in a little rush, and I was only able to take a little bit of time to take some pictures, and it was really busy that day anyways. But as you can see the flags, you can see all the way at the top of the building, you can see the nice green bushes, the trees, the people. I mean, everything looks great and crispy. This one as well was with the wide angle. You can start seeing on the left bottom corner where the girl is, you can start losing some detail, but overall, if you are centering the subject right in the middle and you take the picture, it's very, very clear. And I just love using the wide angle. Okay, for these next few images, I'm going to talk about portrait mode and the amazing capabilities that it has, but it's still not the best. As you can see right now, I'm going to show you a zoomed out version of it, but I'm going to show you a close-up version right now. And as you can see here in the in between the fingers and on the sides, you can start to see that artificial blur in the background, which looks great. And this was in a dark room, and I had the flash on, so there wasn't much light to begin with. So I think that took into why it looked like this. But then again, if I'm going to show you the next few pictures, and I'm going to show you how it's not there yet. It's very, very useful, and it can mimic what a mirrorless camera with a 1.2, 1.4 aperture, but it's still not there. This is the other one that I took. Me and the wifey went to a wedding to one of her best friends, and I'll show you. This is the zoomed out version, just normal as you would see it on your phone. And then now we're going to go to the zoomed version, and I'll tell you how it looks like. And as you can tell, right where my nose is, there's a little bit more blur, and it doesn't look great with someone's face in it. And then if you see on the left side where my hand is, yeah, it's not great, but it's very, very useful. And to anybody that's not into photography, to anyone that just likes to view pictures on Instagram or Facebook, they're going to like it, and they're going to feel like it's coming from a professional camera, because they don't know much about all the details and how it performs and what a mirrorless camera can do. So for a phone, it's really, really great. Now this one was just taken with just the regular main camera, no portrait mode, nothing like that. And you can see a little bit of blur in the background, which is more of a natural effect. And this one, you can see that it's doing a very good job on the subject. My wife there looking beautiful as always. And you know, it's a better look instead of the portrait mode, in my opinion. If you want to get a natural blurry background with a nice bokeh in the background, I would suggest just getting closer to the subject so you can get that natural look. But overall, portrait mode can, like I said, can be useful in some cases, but not all the time. This is a great example of getting very close to the subject to create the natural blur in the background. And honestly, this picture came out so great. This was at the reception where we were about to eat, and this was honestly very impressive. That I'm like, I don't need to edit this photo at all. I mean, it's coming straight out of the camera. It looks awesome. I mean, I really don't need to do anything with it. The color was great. I like more of the warmer colors, and the way this came out was just amazing. This is another one where it's my beautiful daughter, and this is where you can get close to your subject once again, so you can get that natural blur and the background where the lamp is, and then the tree, and it creates that natural bokeh that I love. And that's how you can create that portrait mode with a more natural bokeh in the background. Okay, so these next few ones are going to be just whatever I had more in my camera roll. This was my cat. He's just chilling, just like a little human there, just sitting down. He was kind of grumpy that day, but that was with the flash, and it was great detail as well. And like I said, this next few ones are just going to be a little bit of everything that I took with the Pixel. I was very impressed. I've always been impressed with the Google Pixel lineup as far as their computational photography. Everything is great. This one, as you can see, looks like it's a little bit too much detail. You want to soften it up a little bit, but you can tell it's coming from a Pixel. Anytime I see a picture and it's from a phone, I can kind of tell if it's a Pixel or not. I don't know if you guys can distinguish them, but I feel like I can now, dealing with the Pixel and how the pictures come out. So this was at my phone. I was at a car meet, and a classic car meet from our church, our local church there, and I was there to support. And man, I was really impressed. Every time I'd snap a picture and I look at it on post, it just looks amazing. I mean, it looks great. And then this next one is going to be a little test to see how it dealt with colors, with the black and then the background and then my skin color. So I think it did a really good job with it. You can see the sky is not too blown out, and it was a cloudy day, so I didn't expect it to be blown out. And then this one was just a selfie because I wanted to try the front-facing camera. It's not the best out there, but it does the job. I think it's either 10 or 11 megapixels on the front-facing camera. I can't remember what it is, but you can see the detail. I don't think it has autofocus on the front-facing, but you know, you have to work around that as well. This one is just a picture of the Jeep, and then here in a few seconds I will let you know how the zoom works again. Very impressed again. This was at normal picture, and then here in a second you're going to see how we zoom in and now see the letters on the glass of that library. So that was I think 5x, and then here in a second the 10x and then the 20x came in, and then you can literally read what that says, the library hours. And I was very impressed because, first of all, I am blind. I need some glasses to be able to even see clearly, and this helps me when I want to read some signs. And then this one is just a macro that I took. I was like 2 centimeters away, and that'll be it. And that will wrap up today's video. Again, the Google Pixel 7 Pro is one of the best smartphone cameras that there is out there right now. It rivals the S22, it rivals the iPhone 14 now because of the software, the enhancements. It just looks really good. And with that being said, thank you guys again for watching, for tuning in. If there's any other phones that you want me to review, let me know, comment down below, subscribe. You guys already know how to do that. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video.